It's a beautiful Monday morning. Thank you for staying up with us. We're still on TMI this morning on ITV. I am Marcelina Unkwa. All right, this beautiful morning we have a lot to talk about today about the Bayelsa governance exit from PDP. What is next for the state political future? All right, I am not anchoring this program here today. I have Patricia Gebres. Hello, Patricia.
Hi, good morning, Marcelina. Thank you for joining us on TMI this beautiful Monday morning.
You look good.
Thank you. You look good too.
Thank you. All right, our guest this morning that would be helping us analyze this particular topic today is Adams Atam. He is a legal practitioner and also a human rights activist and also a human resources practitioner and chartered. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning and thank you for having me today. It's a beautiful time this morning. And thank you for having me.
Yeah. Guess what, Adams? You brought Abuja to Lagos.
Yeah.
Your dress.
Yes, it's always good to look casual and then home welcoming, and because we are not foreigners, and it's always good to inculcate the habit of reflecting our domestic outfits.
Yeah, you look good.
You look good.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you once again for joining us from our Lagos Network studio. On 15th October 2025, Governor Duri formally resigned his membership of the PDP. His announcement was made in the presence of the Speaker of the Bayelsa State House of Assembly and a large number of state legislators who reportedly joined him in the move. The move coincided with a broader wave of defections from the PDP by governors and key members, and speculations is strong that Duri will or already has joined the All Progressive Congress APC. Throughout that time of announcement, his next destination was not formally declared. He hasn't tell us the party is joining yet. The PDP in Bayelsa formally acknowledged the resignation letter and reaffirmed its commitment to remaining cohesive and relevant in the state. So basically today, the Bayelsa State Governor Duri has resigned from PDP, but hasn't tell us yet which party is going. You know, and there have been a lot of speculation saying, oh, it's going to the APC. And we've been seeing a couple of defections lately where different governance, you know, defecting to another party, especially the ruling party or progressive party. So that is basically what we'll be talking about today from here. So Patricia.
Yes, I'm just going to go straight to one question that is bothering me. As a legal practitioner, do you think there's a legal impact on this? Vacating your seat and, you know, you're not in any party yet. Because he has not declared, just like Messelina said, he has not declared which party he's going. Although there are speculations in the air, but he hasn't said it with his mouth. As a legal practitioner, is there any legal aspect of this that you want to discuss?
Well, the provisions of the Constitution is clear. You must be a member of a political party for you to win an election. And you must be a member of a political party to remain in your current position. So it's not a matter of cosmetics. It's there. The provisions of the law is certain. You cannot be junketing from one party to the other, and then at the end of the day, you leave a vacuum, just like what is obtainable in Bayelsa right now. There is no governor per se that belongs to any political party, because the vote belongs to the party. You cannot operate in isolation of the party. It's clear. The provisions of the Constitution is there. The provisions of the Electoral Act is there. It's especially clear. So it's not a matter of a negotiable instrument. It is what the law has put on board. You must belong to a political party before you can govern a state or you can pilot the affair of any political offices. So you cannot just be, because we don't operate what is called independent candidates in this part of the world, as reverse to what is done in other parts of the world, where you can come out solo and then you can contest for an election. But the reverse is a case with our country. You must belong to a political party. So a vacuum has been left, and we are waiting for people to go to court in exercise of their rights.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Given that Governor Duri was elected on the PDP platform, Does his defection violate the trust of the voters who voted for him, not who voted for him in PDP, and not just individual? Do you think they will still have first trusts?
Well, let me start by saying that the Supreme Court have held in plethora of cases that the vote belongs to the party. It's not an individual vote. The vote belongs to the party. So by all standards, now having moved from one party, is about to move to join another party per se, having resigned from PDP, the people of Bayelsa State have lost interest in this person. And because for me, I do not see any reason when you are doing well or your people perceive that you are doing well, you abandon the same people that voted you in, and then you are going to join a party that have been labeled 0/10 at the federal level. I don't know the purpose. I don't know his selfish interest, although he had not joined any party. But there are speculation, like you said, that he may likely join APC. But that notwithstanding, people voted him in, and they expected high level of expectation from him. And now you convey the whole entire State House of Assembly and other members of the People Democratic Party, PDP, you resign with them. And then what is the practical implication? You are supposed to be the chief architect of the growth of the state, but now you are distracted with the wave of, what is it called? Decamping, all about junketing from one party to the other.
Several lawmakers reportedly defected with the governor. And under Section 109, subsection 1G, of the 1999 Constitution amended, can their seats be declared vacant?
That is a law. Once you leave one party, you abandon one party to another party, your seat is ordinarily should be declared vacant. That's the provisions of the law. But in this part of the world, people don't respect the provisions of the Constitution. The Constitution is just there as a mere aberration. God forbid for us to get to that level where people lack respect for the provisions of the Constitution. If you look at the preamble to the Constitution, it says that this Constitution is supreme, and every other law that goes contrary to the provisions of the Constitution shall be declared null and void. But what we're experiencing now, our politicians are becoming so recalcitrant, so stubborn, so adamant, operating in another atmosphere, thereby creating chaos and lawlessness. We cannot continue to operate in that political lacuna in the state. People have decamped. The Constitution says that once you decamp, automatically your seat should be vacant. But we have seen where the judiciary, that by virtue of Section 6 of the 1999 Constitution, is there to settle disputes, is there to interpret the provisions of the Constitution. He has one way or the other not interpreted the provisions of the Constitution in such a way that it will deter all these politicians.
Okay, thank you so much. That's one question that has actually Nigerians would really want to hear about, and then you have just dealt with it. Okay, so would you say these defections are as a result of dissatisfaction, or because they believe APC is more likely to win the elections come 2027?
Well, I think it's a selfish interest. Our leaders are selfish, and they have exhibited it over the years. This is not the first time. If you look at the whole architect and the growth of APC today, not growth as per benefit for Nigerians, growth as per their selfish interests, you will see that it's the same apparatus, the same people that built PDP. They are the same people in APC. They are cross-carpeting at their selfish interests. Once you are here today, if it does not benefit you, next tomorrow they see you in another party. Is that how we are going to continue in this part of the world?
Okay, having said that, my fear is it looks like Nigeria is turning into one-party state. Because we're not hearing anything about the coalition. We had a coalition that involved Atiku and the rest, but we're not hearing anything anymore. What we hear is people defecting from parties to APC. Do you think Nigeria is turning into a one-party state?
Well, it's now 2027. It's now Nigerians and against APC. Because APC have made themselves enemies of Nigerians. Enemy of Nigeria. So let me put it that way, because I must say that, because we have seen the level of hardship this party have inflicted on Nigerians. We are currently seeing how people have lost interest in the system. Voters apathy on the highest level. We don't pray that we get to that level where it will be one party system. We pray that this democracy that we have been enjoying for the past 20 years will continue to grow, and then people will have more interest in the system. I don't pray for one party system, and we are not getting there by the grace of God. And we are going to get it right.
With all the political shenanigans, like what she just said, APC currently, a lot of people, you know, apart from the fact that governors are defecting from their party to APC, we are seeing the hardship in the country. We are seeing we see poverty, the rates of poverty, food insecurity, security issue, and all of that. And governance are defecting from their party to APC. You know, stating the fact that okay, they've seen what our president is doing, and it's okay, it's good, so it's doing a great job, so that's why they're actually defecting. And with the citizens in Nigeria, we go out every day to get things from the market. We are seeing what's happening. Like I said earlier, insecurity, food insecurity, high rates of poverty. And do you think with all the political shenanigans, governors moving from one party to the other, do you think APC stand a chance for the forthcoming 2027 election?
Well, nobody celebrates failure all over the world. I don't celebrate failure, and I know that you don't celebrate failure.
Not at all.
It's only our leaders, our governors, who are clearly exhibiting and showcasing their selfish interests. They are the sole people that celebrate failure. I don't celebrate failure. So in specific response to your question, I don't see APC winning the forthcoming election, except they win that election. Oh, yes, wow. Because like I said, it is Nigerians against APC come 2027. It's now left for Nigerians to come out massively and exercise their rights, their civic responsibility to vote them out of the system.
Even the fact that
vote APC part of the system.
Which party? Because we're not seeing any party.
There are a lot of parties. We have parties running to about 50.
Even the fact that a lot of governments are defecting. Even the fact that a lot of governments are
let me put it this way. The power to vote, that civic responsibility, is in the hands of Nigerians. We have experienced voters' apathy over the years, more particularly in the last election, and people are currently experiencing the hardship. Even the same people that voted APC, they are not buying petrol and diesel or gas from another station. We are all buying it of the same place. Yeah. So they are not exempted. So whether these people like it or not, they must come out to exercise these rights.
But you have just said something. Okay, you talked about rigging. So that's a major problem. Even if Nigerians come out to want to, vote against APC, do you think it could work because of the rigging?
I want to start by saying that, let me start by congratulating the new INEC chairman per se. This is a new system. I want to give him that benefit. I'm not...
to do the right thing.
Yes, I want to give him that. He's a senior member of the bar. He's a seasoned legal practitioner, and he's a man of that has the academic background per se. And more importantly,
why are you laughing?
Anyway, we are keeping our fingers crossed to see, because rigging has been one major problem. People come out to exercise their rights, right, to cast their votes, but at the same time,
the votes are not counted.
Are not counted. We are hoping, we're keeping our fingers crossed for the new INEC chairman, to do what the people want. Because what we want is, we're coming out to cast our votes, we're coming out to vote, we're coming out to vote the person we want. We should get the person we voted for. Elections should have been rigged. There are a lot of speculations. I mean, you're in this country. You're seeing what's happening.
Yes, I agree with you. But like I said, a lot of people are currently experiencing the hardship right now. It's now left for them to come out and exercise their rights. Vote, stand firm, and ensure that your vote you defend same. Not that you vote and then you go back home and you be sleeping. It's not done, and then you'll be on air monitoring the results on air.
Oh, you need to be there.
Whereas, more importantly, the rigging is done overnight.
Okay, let's go back to the defection. Looking at these defections, would you say they are weakening the organizational strengths of those parties in the legislature, at the state level, and then the grassroots structure? Because
yes,
it's a big problem.
Because most of those governors that you see them that are defecting today, they are afraid. They cannot stand firm to defend what you have done. Once you are voted in, all that you need to do next is to concentrate on leadership, concentrate on bringing growth to your state. It's not hobnoring and romancing with Mr. President on political affairs. I've even seen where, is it recently or 3 days ago, where a particular state in Middle Belt, Kogi State, my state, where they're endorsing the president in absentia. You are endorsing him for second term, and that attitude alone, that endorsement run contrary to the provisions of the Electoral Act. You are not supposed to start campaign at this stage. And then
talking about that, it looks like 2026 is off the calendar.
Because a lot of people are
nobody's talking about 2026, they're all looking at 2027.
That is the abuse. Even when INEC had not even declared the system open for people to campaign. We are seeing incessant and unconstitutional campaign all over the federation. Instead of them, the only achievement I can give credit to this government at the federal level is the ability to decamp governors to their camp. That's the only thing I can credit them for. Otherwise, every other thing is 0 over 10.
All right, Mr. Atta, do you think this move was driven more by ideology or by internal party's crisis or by calculation of winning future election?
Is like I said, I will target for 3 reasons. 1, for selfish reason, number 1. And then number two is to align themselves with the federal in such a way that the federal will not come after them. Out of fear, they are afraid of the system. Out of fear. And then somebody had equally say, which I agree with him, out of threats, there's a pressure, there's a threat. Oh, join this party. And then once you join, all your criminal charges, all your sins are hereby forgiven forthwith. So we have had them say it over the time, and they don't even hide this fact. It's no longer, is in the air. So this party is something that we need to come together collectively as a country come 2027 and ensure that we rescue our country. Because if you look at the organogram, if you look at the build-up in the past 35 years, you will agree with me that it's the same people that are still in the system. Is it the immediate president that ruled us as far back as 35 years ago? Is it the current president that was ignoring and romancing with the then Abiola of those days for over 30 years ago? They have been in power. So what are you talking about? The same people. Now the destiny of our dear country is in our hand. We must come out massively and collectively come 2027 and then exercise this right. The level of voters' apathy must stop forthwith. People must come out to vote.
People must come out to vote, Mr. Atta just said that. But having said that, Mr. Atta, we still have some political parties that still, the governors are still there, a very few of them. In the upcoming moves, do you think these governors are going to defect too?
Well, as the game is right now, PDP is left with about 8 governors, and then Labour Party 1, and then one other party 1 thereabouts. And then one is the party in Kano State, NMPP thereabouts. The other party that belongs to Kwankwaso, the Kano party, is 1. So there's speculation, a lot of speculation about the Kano governor joining APC very soon, because APC want to use everything, because Kano is very important for them according to their political draft. Kano is very important for them. So there are a lot of political calculation along the line. So it's left for them. If they want to be used as an instrument to stand against Nigerians, we're waiting for them.
All right. Thank you so much for that. How does the PDP rebuild itself now in Bayelsa? Now that the sitting governor and many legislators know that you're also aware that other legislators, like they joined him, they also defected, following their governor. Now that they have, now that they've left PDP, what do you think it's, how do PDP currently in Bayelsa State rebuild itself?
If you are talking about a rebuilding of PDP in Bayelsa State, let it not just be narrowed down to River State. It's a collective responsibility. They must wake up. PDP number 1, they must wake up and take up responsibility. Responsibility entails they must activate the spirit of what is it called? They'll be able to criticize the opposition party, which is APC. They must stand firm. Number 2, they must also reorganize their internal structure, both at the federal level and even at the state level. Otherwise, this issue you are seeing will continue. And then number 3, they must drop their selfish interests and greed. That is part and parcel of the issues. So until you are able to walk around all this, you can't get any results. There is going to be crisis and crisis and crisis. You must be able to bring your people back together and give them the spirit of belonging. So a lot of them are aggrieved by the decision that are taken at the federal level and then even within the states. So you need to bring them together and ensure that the needful is done. Otherwise, it's going to be an exercise in futility.
Mr. Atta, what is the next future for the state political structure, the Bayelsa state?
Well, I am not from Bayelsa State, but like I said, and I will continue to say, the governor before now is doing well. I agree that he's doing well. But from the moment he joined APC, people will see him that he's now aligning force with their enemy. Because the federal government is the federal government as it is right now. Nobody in this country can boast of liking them, except people of the same level with them, who is benefiting from their decision, who is benefiting from their appointment, who is equally benefiting from some of their policies. Otherwise, nobody in the federation can say, oh, this government is doing well at the federal level. If you ask me to rate them right now over 10, I will rate it 1 over 10. And that one is, yes, and that one is as a matter of sympathy. If you ask me to rate the current administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I will rate it 1 over 10. And that's born out of sympathy.
Wow, interesting.
Anyway, that's your perception. There are a lot of people who says the president is doing a lot, you know, and a lot of people says food prices are coming down.
And Patricia, do you know that now that you're saying you're rating the president 1 over 10, we had a guest that said, give this person still have 2 years. I mean, he's referring to our president, that the president still have 2 years. That we should give the president the 2 years. He might do those things that we are thinking now that he's not doing. That just allow him work or finish his 2 years that he still have. I mean, 2026, 2027, or from 2025 to 2027.
And also,
that he might.
Messelina, a lot of people have also said what you're saying, and that the Rome was not built in a day. So these policies are hard now. But at the end of the tunnel, which the president always says, we will see the light.
Forget about that statement. Some of them are benefiting from the same policy, and then a lot of about 95% of Nigerians are suffering. Are you there to spoon feed 5% out of 100%? It's not done. I will not fall for that. I will not. What am I going to tell God in heaven? That I stood back, or I decided not to stay anything? It's unacceptable. I will not be caught in that way.
But Mr. Atta, quickly, because I think our time is running up. You know that the president has actually put some policies that will work and probably working now. One of those policies are the loan for the students. I mean, that's helping out the students, you know, to get loan and, you know, get educated. What's your take in that? I mean, that's one step out of all the problems.
That's not working. Most of their policies are audio policies. It's not working. How many students are view interviews since you have been in the corridor of the media atmosphere since the inception? Those are audio
we haven't interviewed anyone. Messi, have you?
No, I haven't.
So, but we'll bring someone.
Yes, I want to see them.
The thing is, a lot of people are saying that our government will just come out to say, okay, we are doing this thing, we are doing this thing. Are they implementing it?
Yes.
Or is it just being written down on paper or coming out to announce that, okay, we are going to do this, we are going to do that? Have we actually seen people that have benefited from this thing?
Let me give you an example of how this government is used to audio projects. This is the same government. You know, government is in continuation. This is APC leadership. This is the same government that went to pad and rebrand with a particular aeroplane last time and brand it Nigerian Airways or something.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, what happened? Are you hearing about Nigerian Airways up till now? It's not a forgone story.
Okay, Mr. Atta, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you for having me today.
All right.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay. All these things still boils down to 2027 forthcoming election. Let's keep our fingers crossed to see what would happen. I mean, all those governors defecting from their party to another party. Let's see what comes, what will happen. Let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, this is all we've got for you from our Lagos Network Studio. I am Mercelina Unko. Thank you so much for joining. Now we will be handing you over to our Benin Network Studio for the continuation on TMI. Just stay.